and welcome to Love Island, the Morning After podcast, the only official Love Island podcast.
Woo!
This morning we are joined by the lovely Anastasia Kingsnorth.
Hello, everyone.
Chris Taylor.
Hello.
And guys, we have two very special guests this morning.
Yeah,
we have Dumped Islander Will Anderson and voluntarily tribute Jammeh.
Hello.
Good morning, guys. How are you feeling this morning?
Feeling good, happy. Yeah, loved up.
Fresh out the video, you guys,
you
can I
look
say?
it. You're both glowing. Will, more so
Glowing.
you, but you are both glowing.
Yeah, the tans are tanning, I must say.
I hope they stay forever.
Chef
Yeah, I
kiss,
need to
chef
keep on
kiss.
top of it.
Yeah, Palmer's cocoa butter. Right, let's dive straight into it, guys. Give us a summary of your villa experience in 3 words.
You first.
Each.
Mad,
Mad.
fun,
Fun.
and beautiful.
Nice.
stop
Okay.
it.
Talk to us about the mad element of that.
Yeah, it was just the maddest experience of my life. Like, crazy. Obviously, I expected it to be crazy, but it was just so different to what I did expect.
Yeah.
Any relation to the mad moves?
Yeah, probably a bit, yeah.
Always forgiven now, though, clearly.
Yes,
Which is
yes,
good.
yes. Put it in the past.
We'll move on quickly to Uma's 3 words.
I would say exciting, unexpected, and a roller coaster.
That was 4, but we will accept that.
Oh, right. I was like, what's the fourth?
And
Oh,
roller
the
coaster.
A and roller coaster.
I think unexpected is the one that I'd like to hear more about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you don't know what to expect when you go in there. And I really didn't expect to have the journey that I had in there. I don't know, I kind of thought that I would just like be dumped on week 1. Or like I
Really?
wouldn't,
Why?
I don't know. I just thought that I'm quite a picky person, so I thought I was gonna struggle to find someone, which I did at the start.
Yeah.
And then this boy came in. So it was definitely unexpected and a roller coaster because my emotions were up and down.
Yeah, fully.
Speaking of unexpected, we saw that you decided to leave with Will, something that we didn't even expect. Would you say you regretted your decision at all, or were you happy with it?
I didn't regret it at all.
Yeah.
I was completely happy with my decision. I think I would have regretted staying, if anything. Even staying 1 extra day, I would have been like, why am I here?
Yeah, you made it so quickly with like such certainty.
You didn't
I
even
watched
think,
it.
literally.
I thought, I've never done anything that confidently in my life.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. It genuinely was a no-brainer. I had actually thought about that being the case previously.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, especially when, like Ruben came in, I was like, okay, we have to consider all things that can
I
happen.
think you know that goes on. They end up stealing someone, and then the other one goes home. So
so I thought, okay, what would I actually do if that happened? I didn't even have to think though. I would have left because my
Classic
experience.
overthinking, yeah. Laying in bed late at night, just
literally
think,
there,
what
like,
would happen
when
in
Will's
this
talking to me,
scenario?
I'm like, what would happen then?
Yeah.
No, but it would have just ruined my experience. I've had like such a good time in there that I wouldn't want to tarnish that by staying
I hear you.
in there.
I hear you. Can I ask a quite personal question?
See?
At what point did you realise you loved each other?
Ooh.
Because you've said it now.
Yeah.
But like, obviously you have the feelings way before you say it.
I think
So
for me, I think I realised during Casa that I loved Will because I was thinking to myself beforehand, I was thinking, we get along so well and everything's so perfect. But I was just sort of in my head about whether or not it was just because we were spending so much time together. But then when we had the chance to spend time away from each other and like my feelings grew stronger, I was like, okay, right, this is what love is.
Absent makes the heart grow fonder.
It does
As
indeed.
they say.
Yeah, and literally the same for me. I mean, I know what I'd done.
Do you reckon it was the same moment? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, definitely
Probably
not.
It was once I'd done what I'd done with Lucy, I was like, this.
The
Do you know what
regret
I
and the
mean? I
guilt.
was saying to myself, if I shared that moment with Uma, I would have been like just falling apart. Do you know what I mean? Because of how special it would have been. And then once she got back, I didn't want to say it because it would have looked like I was saying it because of what I'd done. Do you know what I'm saying? So I sort of saved it for the right time, which was when.
As soon as we get out the villa.
Yes.
You can't bring flowers when you've done something wrong. You've got to bring flowers for any reason. Otherwise, they associate the flowers with the bad action.
Exactly.
So that's what we don't want.
True,
Exactly.
actually, that's true.
That was a good analogy.
That
Thank
was
you.
very good.
Very quick.
Preemptive flowers, I call them. Anyway, let's move on.
Fair enough. So, guys, touching on all things love, we have heard that you guys have become official since in the villa. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have you guys done anything different
should have
since
won.
leaving the villa?
Thank you. Well, we've just enjoyed each other's time without the pressure of everyone around and being in such a crazy situation. We've done normal things.
We got our first date, which we never got in there, didn't we?
Yeah. I was so
you had
mad.
a first day?
But
Where did you guys go on the outside?
Went to Sheesh, as
No,
every other
nice
does.
That's it,
Really?
Bonnie and Harriet and basically everyone else from Love Island there.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was
That's so
lovely.
good.
Yeah, so that was a nice time, you know, and then
Yeah.
we went out after as well.
Yeah.
What do you like talk about when you've come out of such an intense environment, right? And then you go on a normal real life date. There's no cameras there. It's not just a bit like, Where's the drama gone? Do you know what I
Honestly,
mean?
no.
I feel
There's
like
a lot
it
of
would be a
drama
lot to
that's
talk about.
built your relationship,
Yeah.
right? So like when that's not there, what's the chat like?
Will and I in the villa have always sort of kept out of the drama anyway.
Yeah.
Like, especially before Casa. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think much was shown because we
We
were so
never-
boring.
yeah.
All we would talk about was blueberries. Like,
Wait.
Blueberries.
Why
I'm
blueberries?
so confused
Where'd
that
that
people
come
don't
from?
know about
yeah,
this.
no
What is
one
it?
knows about the whole blueberry thing.
We
I
just
thought,
always had blueberries every day.
yeah, like
and
because
chuck them up for each other.
yeah, and like catch them in each other's mouth.
Oh,
catch them in
blueberry
each other's
bonding.
mouth.
Just
yeah, blueberry
like-
bonding.
just
Exactly.
like-
Is that a thing? Blueberry bonding?
It is now.
I just gave it a turn, babe.
But yeah, even like the first night where he took me away to the other villa, he was telling me like how much he loves blueberries, and I was like, oh my god, you have blueberry eyes because his eyes are blue. And then from there, it just became a thing.
Yeah.
Basically, you just both chat absolute waffle.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay,
So when
good.
we came out and went on a date, there was so much to talk about, but also nothing
Yeah.
to talk about at the same time. In the sense of like we were talking a whole lot of nothing.
A heat wave has struck the island, and no, we are not talking about the Casa bombshells. It's time to debrief on the islanders' fire fits with headline sponsor eBay. Casa and more equals surprises, and seeing Jess in the rat and boa dress was my type on paper. The legacy runs deep, with the stunning dress previously being worn by Arabella in All Stars, Ella in Series 10 and Sammy in Series 9, for glam movie and date nights to drinks with the girlies. Gotta love the versatility. Kieran got lucky with Ellie, Lucy and Emma during raunchy races. Clearly it had everything to do with that sexy Jacquemus tea. Finally, feelings blossomed for Jess and Io when he whisked her away to the hideaway in his iconic Levi's jeans. Could they be boyfriend material? And that's a wrap on these red-hot pre-love looks. Discover more villa inspiration on eBay. Fashion fit for a second chance. eBay, sponsors of Love Island.
So, like, who are you going to remain friends with, and who are you not?
Ooh,
If there's
that's
anyone.
the tea.
Okay. I mean,
You do the nice one first if you want.
so when I first went in, I bonded straight away with Ronnie and Joey.
Yeah.
And then obviously Ronnie went, which was gutting. Totally. I mean, I've already seen him already, like, so we've had some good nights already. Yeah, we're out for his birthday tonight, aren't we?
Nice.
See,
I think obviously everyone's seen the whole Casa thing. Me and Sean got really close as well because we were like in it together kind of thing. Io, Kieran, I mean, all of them. You
just listed all the
Sounds
boys.
like all the boys.
Everyone.
Yeah, all of them.
Nice. Good little group chat going on.
Yeah, literally. And
When
there's
everyone's out.
no one I dislike, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Fair.
kind of hate on anyone. I mean, I know when Blade came in, we had a bit of a, because he'd been sort of talking about all the boys and stuff, but that's squashed, you know what I mean? I've seen him on the After Sun
Is
as
it?
well.
It's not that squash from Isaiah we found out.
Yeah, I
after,
heard
didn't
about
we?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Messiah's ready for that reunion, boy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna be like, oh, Messiah. He's funny,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What about you, Umar?
Okay, so I actually really did get along with everyone in there.
Yeah.
It's hard for me not to get along with people.
Yeah.
I don't really like, having beef with anyone. But specifically, it would be Matilda because of the whole situation, as
Yeah.
Will said
Yeah.
as well. We got so close. And then realised that we're basically like the same person.
Yeah.
Mimi, 100%, my girl always. Grace, Nicole, literally all of the girls. I think the only person I wouldn't stay in contact with would be Ruben. Obviously, he's the reason that I ended up leaving anyway. But no hard feelings. He's a lovely person. He just did what he had to do.
Fair.
Fair play.
That's what makes me think like, Grace and Jesse going to remain friends on the outside of the villa because of the whole like Joey thing.
What do you
I
think
think
of that?
I think they will.
Yeah.
The friendship that they had is very genuine.
Yeah.
Like, not really much was said about Joey between them becoming friends in Casa.
Yeah.
They were more just shocked at the fact that they weren't friends already because they were so similar. But I think just the whole Joey situation made it awkward. So
Yeah.
the time away for them was definitely good for them to like figure out that they can be friends and Joey's not going to be getting in the middle of that.
agree.
I think that's a genuine friendship for sure.
I feel like boys also sometimes like complicate things. Because I feel like as like girls, if I get along with a girl, not in a bad way, but I'll most likely like have a lot more in common with you because you are a girl.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And like
Yeah.
in the villa, you form friendships.
Yeah, we are quite complicated. We're like a parfait of complication
Yeah,
most
you
of the
are.
time. What was your nickname for Joey?
Jojo.
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 We know you love a nickname.
What was it for Will?
There's several. There's Willow Baby, Blueberry.
Wilbur as well.
Oh, Wilbur. I love Wilbur.
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina.
Good work.
Willuma.
Willuma.
No, nice
I like
ring.
that.
That's nice ring.
Yeah,
Wilhelmina.
one time we had like a little conversation.
In the villa?
Yeah, in the villa. And then I was like, they may as well just change it on the bed.
'Cause
Instead
on
of
the bed-
saying Will and Uma, it should just say Willuma.
Willuma.
You know? Just one little word.
That's
Make
probably
things
one
look
of the
easier.
best portmanteaus I've heard. From
It's a portmanteau.
Yeah.
That's
what-
when you
what is
combine two names. isn't it? What did you call
What
it?
is that?
Stand
Stand
name.
name.
Yeah.
Stand name, okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
Stand
or like
name.
I
ship.
went posh old English.
Yeah.
Ship is short for relationship.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. Yeah, I found that out. It's
And Riz is short for charisma, but that's like the only one I know.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, we're learning a lot.
But do you know what? I want to know something.
Yes.
You're fantastic at your nicknames. What would you give each of us as a nickname?
Yeah.
Right, I would call you Indy-boo.
Oh, that's not bad.
Do you love that?
I don't mind it.
Do you love that? Right, I would call you Stasy-baby.
I get called that quite a lot.
Do you?
I get called
Stasy-baby?
Stas, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, I love that.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
like that.
I think I would just call you Christy.
Christy.
I like that.
That is literally a girl's name.
Yeah,
But I'll
exactly.
take it.
Well,
Whatever.
we all have our personal names from Uma.
Oh, I feel honoured.
Do you love
to
them,
have
guys?
received-
Do you love them?
Yeah.
I love Christy, yeah.
Indy-boo.
Everyone call me Christy from now on, please.
Casa Amor is notorious for its dramatic moments and shocking switches where islanders have to make tough decisions and do what's right for them. So we're counting down the best Sky Mobile Me moments, Casa Amor edition. This girl knows what she wants, and in third place, we have Jess speaking facts.
I know what my type is, and it's that.
Now, Jess may have mentioned that she is the prize, and I love how confident she is, and she always knows exactly what she wants, and she's gonna get it. Coming in at number 2, we have Sean, the sweet salesman, selling himself to Ruby.
I'm the mature man you need.
Yes, Sean, you are mature cheddar. And at number 1, Professor Jess S. manifests.
I believe in the law of attraction. What you put out, you will attract.
receive,
What you
yeah.
manifest, you will attract. What you think, feel, and speak, you will attract.
Understood.
And I think about Io.
I mean, if that's what she's been manifesting since week 1, she is a master manifester because he ran straight after her. Unlike Casa Amor, Sky Mobile offers hassle-free switching. Simply text to switch and embrace your me energy.
Right, so we saw last night that Mimi wanted Io to join her on the terrace so they could have a nice chat. However, Io did refuse. And he said to Joey, do you know what? I'll never leave anyone hanging, but I'm not doing that. How do we feel about that? I feel like it was
Respect
quite
Yeah.
So mature.
I think that
That
was
is
one of the most
crazy.
respectful things that Io's done in there.
Yeah.
I mean, not in his whole life, but probably in there for sure.
Yeah.
I was shocked because, I don't know, I thought that he would have just gone up and maybe said that to her. But I think obviously he had that conversation with Jess beforehand, and him going up to the terrace, like her seeing that would have been wild. She would have been like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I just had a conversation with him and he's up at the terrace with Mimi. Like, that would have been so bad.
Do you know what, though? The discipline, I'm stuttering, I'm that excited about it. The discipline that man has got to say no to that is nerves of steel.
Yeah.
Not in a million years because I say no to that.
Yeah.
Like, I would be up there kissing. I've seen those kisses. They look delightful.
Yeah, we were all actually shocked by that because Io isn't one to stand on business.
Yeah.
He sort
And
of
he
cuts around
did.
corners
Yeah.
and just doesn't really say yes or no.
Yeah.
But last night he said no.
He died on that hill.
Maybe he finally realised he has to stand on business.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
sometimes you've actually just
Finally
got
got off the fence.
Yeah.
But do you think that's what Mimi's gone up there for? Do you think she's gone up there to try and get the kiss or not?
That's what
I think she was going to confess her feelings.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just to confess her feelings,
Yeah.
like say where her
But
head's...
she could have done that anywhere.
That's
Yeah, I
the
know.
She
issue.
would have got the
I think
conversation.
true.
Yes.
we got a bit excited because it was the terrace. We're
Yeah.
like, we know what that
Yeah.
means.
Yeah.
But we
Means
kind of
kisses.
convinced ourselves that it would be. And I think a lot of people did.
That's why I hate the
Fairy
terrace,
tale.
because as soon as you're up there, everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
She did sit on the
Hate it.
floor.
Mimi girl.
Yeah, she
I
sat
felt
on
sorry
the
for her
floor.
really, like in the end.
Yeah,
'cause
it was a tough watch, I'll be real, because I feel like she was being open and honest with herself at the end of the day. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that's good.
Do you know
You
what
have
I
to follow
mean?
your
Go
heart.
with your heart. She wanted to let Io know. She did. Maybe didn't turn out the way she wanted, but at least she did it.
Yeah.
She did say that she's put her feelings to the side and sometimes they just come knocking on the door. Do you maybe feel like it's time that Mimi just lets these feelings go?
After the way that Io responded, 100%. I think up until that point, it would have been difficult for her because you're not just going to let feelings go for someone that you spent so much time with.
Yeah.
And obviously they did have such a strong connection. And even when she came back from Casa, they were having conversations and it would have been easy for them to fall back into flirting and stuff, which it seems like they did. So it would have been difficult, but now's the time for her to shine and just, let that go.
I would say so.
Let that go.
Anastasia, what are your thoughts?
I agree with what you were saying. I feel like before that, it was kind of like a hazy situation where like he wasn't telling her straight. He was kind of leaving it a bit open.
Yeah.
But now, for the first time ever, he has actually said like, no, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want Jessica.
Yeah,
So I'm
the-
glad that she knows now that it's
Yeah.
done.
He got eloquent.
Yeah.
The man got loquacious for the first time
Loquacious.
in
Yeah.
6 weeks.
We did see also in last night's episode that Jessica pulled Mimi for a chat. And, Mimi explained that since Casa, They don't really know how to be friends and have boundaries. To you as well, Chris, and just in general,
ask
all
me
of you
about
guys.
boundaries.
Do you believe that it's hard to go from lovers to friends with something?
100%. I think,
I'd say so.
especially when you're around them 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to look at them and have old feelings come back. So I think it's definitely difficult to go just from lovers to friends.
Yeah.
But then also you have to consider that there are other parties involved.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, it's best just to leave things.
I think in their situation as well, they'd been together for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, and they got so
It's a
close
long
before
time.
Casa.
Yeah.
Like, she did not come back expecting that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
for her,
absolutely.
it's like, whoa, like a shock to the system. She can't just turn her feelings from, oh my God, I'm so excited to see Io, to suddenly like, I'm never speaking to him again.
Yeah, literally.
It kind of, the situation like stops you from getting over people, I think.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly in the
Seeing them,
environment with them.
Yeah, you would just ignore them on the outside.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a bit.
completely ignore anywhere they were.
Block them
Yeah.
or whatever.
But you can't.
Has anyone ever actually done it? Like gone from lovers to friends?
I
God,
have before.
never.
You have?
Backwards, have you?
How did that work
Talk
out?
to us.
We just fell out of love with each other and then we were friends.
And it was all right?
And it was completely fine, yeah.
Speaking of
What, and you're still fine with him now?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
respect.
obviously, if someone does something wrong, then obviously you're not going to be friends with them.
absolutely.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have to do anything wrong and it still just goes south.
Yeah.
So,
Bombshells.
bombshells.
Bombshells. So
Boom.
last night we had 2 bombshells. First bombshell being Lola. She's
Yeah.
22, a model from Surrey.
Oh, she's actually really young.
Yeah, she's very young.
Yeah.
It seemed like she took a liking to Sean, and Sean couldn't resist telling her what sweet he thought she was.
Of course.
It's not even a silence filler. It's like everyone's talking and he's like, fizzy fangs. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Fizzy fangs. Did Sean have sweeties for you in the villa?
He actually did, but I'm not gonna lie, I did ask as well. So we're not blaming Sean for everything.
What were your ones?
He said that I was, you know, the blue and pink fizzy bottle ones.
Okay.
Apparently,
Oh, yeah, the fizzy bottles.
Yeah, they're nice though. They're really good, those ones.
I don't know what flavour they are.
Bubblegum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like bubblegum, but I like them.
Yeah,
They
they're
are
good.
good.
But I don't know why.
Did he not explain
Maybe
it?
because you're bubbly.
Or maybe.
Yeah, maybe because you're
Oh
bubbly.
my God, Sean.
I like him now.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
I don't think I had one, me, you know.
Oh, really?
not?
Mate,
Yeah, I
you're
just-
quite long, so
didn't
you're
ask
definitely a
him.
strawberry lace. You are surprisingly
Strawberry
long,
lace.
this man. When I saw Will, I was like, oh my days. I don't know what it is about TV that makes people look short sometimes, but
It's because
yeah.
everyone in there is like 6'5".
That's wild.
Yeah,
That is
everyone's
actually
tall in
wild.
there.
India.
I don't know what sweet I'd be.
I feel like you'd be like a cherry.
You think so?
You remind me of a little cherry.
Oh, I do like a cherry.
The sour ones.
Sour.
But
Yeah,
no,
the
the fizzy
fizzy
ones.
Fizzy ones.
Sour's not a good one.
You
The
calling
fizzy
us
one.
out?
No, that's why I was like, let's change that.
Beef on the morning after.
Fizzy cherry.
You'd be a straw.
Why would I be a straw?
I don't know.
You were dead serious with that.
Yeah, I know, but I have no backup for it. They kind of get stuck in your teeth. I don't know.
Is that a good
More
thing?
beef.
Yeah,
I
more
don't know
beef.
where I'm going.
But stuck
We're
in
just
teeth,
beefing
meaning
now.
that we'll never forget the straw.
There we go.
I got it. You leave a nice taste in people's mouth.
Nice.
That's nice.
When
I'll
people
take
meet
that.
you.
Oh, that's nice.
All right,
And
Chris,
true.
what would you be?
I'm not going to give myself one, am I?
Okay,
It's
we
like
gotta
giving
think
myself a
of one.
nickname.
I'm
Did
thinking
you
of
give
like
yourself
something
a
that's
nickname,
an
by the
out
way?
there. No.
Because no one does that.
What'd you get off your mum?
Oh, she calls me Umi Scoomy. She has for ages.
I see where you get it from.
That's
That's
why,
funny.
did you ever hear Joey call me Little Ski?
No.
You didn't hear that? He always called me Little Ski. It's because I told him what my mum called me and then he just went with Little Ski.
Umi
That's
Ski,
so
mate.
cute.
I like Little Ski though.
Ski's a good word. Ski
Yeah.
means like friend.
Yeah, oh, I
Like,
love
you know,
that.
people say like broski.
Yeah.
Like ski, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, ski,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the other end of it.
Little Ski.
I think you'd be the bananas. You know
Oh,
those
the
bananas?
foam
The foamy
Yeah,
ones.
foam banana.
I don't know why, but that is so offensive.
Dead.
They taste like poo.
I would be so pissed
Dead
if I got
sweet,
that
dead
one.
sweet.
They're dead, isn't they?
Dead sweet.
Give me something fizzy.
But do you know why I say foam banana?
The only worst thing you
Because-
could have said than that was snake.
No. It's because
Like gummy
do
snake.
you know who you give me vibes of, but in like a really good way? Curious George. And I think it's because you wear the dungarees and you like to have your toes out and your sandals. So I just thought foam banana.
Toes out.
So basically, I've got an awful fashion sense, and therefore I am a foam
I
banana.
like it. It's very original. In
Curious
Anastasia, you guys
George,
can
is he
be
not a
there, give me
gorilla?
sweet.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's
a
a
monkey.
monkey.
Yeah,
Oh, is it a monkey?
He's a little monkey.
Right.
And he's cute.
Okay, fine. We're going to move on before proper beef on this morning's podcast.
So, touching on Lola, Joey actually knows Lola from Instagram. And she did tell the boys that she thinks there's 2 boys in there that their heads won't turn.
Yeah.
And those boys being Kieran and Sean. Do we agree?
I do.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I think so.
Especially from seeing how they both are inside. I definitely agree.
Kieran 110%, but
Yeah.
Sean 100%.
Why is Sean 10% less? than Kieran.
Well, just because of how long they've had their situations going on for,
Yeah.
I'd say.
And obviously, Sean and Matilda haven't said I love you yet.
Yeah, and they're not.
But do they? Do you think? Outsiders looking in, do you
I
reckon they're
think
there?
at the point we left, maybe it's not, but maybe
Yeah,
it's now.
maybe, exactly. It would be interesting to see how they are in the villa now.
Yeah.
Because when we left, like, they were just rekindling as well.
Yeah.
They were still like...
Inseparable. So I definitely
that's
see them
cute.
loving each other now.
Oh,
100%.
can you imagine how he asks her to be his girlfriend? Oh, he's definitely going to do it. Sweet, isn't it?
On a sweet plan.
I would love to see that.
Okay, so boy bombshell, Harry, 25, Birmingham. Lovely accent, in my opinion. And he's a cable engineer. So man knows his way around a spark.
Oh.
Or does he?
I
Judging
mean,
by his conversations,
I think it
I'm
was
not
questionable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
The
not
way
sure,
he came in,
Yeah.
definitely. That it didn't seem like there was any sparks flying with Jess or Grace.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He just seemed to offend the girls.
He did.
Yeah.
didn't he?
Really
He
digging
like,
them
what
out.
is his
quite
game?
fuming,
Yeah.
didn't he? He said he's a big character, and then he just went and slated the other boys. It felt
That's
like a
never
little
going to
bit.
work. It's just never going to work.
Yeah,
Like,
Because it's forbidden riz, isn't it,
Yeah.
Will?
Forbidden Riz.
especially
Riz.
like if the girl likes the person that you're slating, it's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing here?
Yeah, literally.
Like, where are you going to go with this?
Do you know what's wild about that situation, actually? Like, thinking about it, Jess's brain, she's listening, heard the information, right? She's not even present in the chat
No,
anymore.
yeah.
Her head
No.
is space cadet.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
all over the shop now.
Yeah,
She's like, what does she mean? What
Yeah.
are you bringing this up? Why
She's not listening to
Why has he
anything.
brought that up?
I think it was very bold of him, and even to say literally straight to Jessica, like, "Oh, I can treat you better than I own." It's like I've known you literally about 45 minutes.
But who said I want you to treat me well?
Yeah. She's very happy where she is, clearly.
But I mean,
So, yeah.
Ruben done that as well, didn't he? And then Blade done that as well.
Yeah.
Seems to be a common thing. Like the
Yeah, and
lads coming
actually,
in, sort
if
of-
we look at their track record, they've not really done very well out of it.
No.
When Blade's
No.
gone, Ruben's quavering a little bit. Is that
I just
the
think
word?
you got it.
He's like, he quavers.
Wavering.
You don't bring someone down to get where you want to be.
You
do
don't-
you know what I mean?
Exactly, because if you have got a big personality, you don't need to do that.
Just makes you not look like very respectable.
100%. Anastasia, if you were on the receiving end of that chat, how would you have responded?
I'd be out the room as well.
Really?
I'd be listening, but I wouldn't be there. Because that's all I'd be thinking about is why are you trying to get to me by bringing my boy down?
Yeah.
Like, and then when Jess was saying about the sexual tension, that is not sexual tension.
It
She was
didn't look like
fuming.
it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
honestly.
She had wanted out of that
Because
conversation.
he said to Grace, you're playing it safe.
Did he say that to Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, what do you mean
I
by
feel
that?
like you're playing it safe. I mean, why would you say that?
Those aren't flirty eyes, those are furious eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like the sexual tension kind of like ended about a metre before both of the girls. Just he was exuding, it wasn't reciprocated. I feel like, anyway.
But you know what? Harry is a bombshell, and it is nerve-wracking going in for the first time. So,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe soon we will start to see some more of his lovely personality.
Truth in
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
To the end, last night's episode, it did end on a public vote. Nicole and Kieran, they were voted the most compatible. I feel like, you know, when they've been going, can we
It's
start
making
to do
sense.
I
that?
can
Yeah.
agree with that totally.
Makes a lot of sense. We also had 3 couples in the bottom 3. Those being Lolly and Connor, Grace and Ruben, and Jessica and Io.
Yeah.
Now, do we think those were the right couples to be at the bottom 3?
I think Connor and
Lolly.
Lolly.
I get that.
Yeah.
And then Grace and Ruben, I get that as well. Maybe Zio's just because of the way he's gone about his situation.
I think it would have changed if that happened after what we saw in last night's episode.
Yeah,
Does that
I
make sense?
agree. Yeah.
Because I was very much like, nah, like that situation's done.
Yeah.
So maybe if
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the public got to see that, they would have changed their opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because I think they are compatible.
Do you? Well, you saw it firsthand.
No, I think they are totally. So
Yeah.
I didn't see much. I was too busy.
Anastasia, what do you reckon?
I think you're right. I think if we'd seen what we saw last night, then it would have been different.
Yeah.
But also, like, Io clearly does like Jess. He's cut things off with Mimi now, so they
Yeah.
are very clearly compatible.
Yeah.
I think I agree with what you're saying, like from both ways as well. Like Io actually, as India said, stood on business, and I think he would have got a lot of respect for that. And then also like Mimi's terrace crawling Homer Simpson into the bush scenario
Yeah.
would have maybe like lowered people's opinion of Mimi
Yeah.
in that situation. So I think it would have
100%.
swapped potentially a little bit.
We also saw that Nicole and Kieran have to decide who is dumped.
yeah.
Now, any predictions or how we think this is going to play out?
That's tough though, isn't it?
Very
Yeah.
tough.
I know Nicole would actually hate that. She gets so nervous about things.
Yeah.
So she would have hated that she had to do that. Especially when it's just her and Kieran that make the
Yeah.
decision, not like other couples.
They've been included in all the decisions, them two, haven't
Yeah.
they? Because they've always always been voted in the top, just not as just them two this time though.
I don't know. I think a lot of people would think that Nicole would go with her emotions because she's close with all the girls in there. But I have noticed that in past things, she has actually done it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like who's not had a chance, who's like got something in here that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see. And I know Kieran also would do the
Kieran's
same.
like that as well, isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah. Who do you think it would be?
I would be Connor and Lolly, me.
Yeah, I think it could be Grace and Ruben.
Just down to the fact how many chances Connor has had to sort of make something happen and it hasn't worked.
Do you think Connor and Lolly look like they're getting along?
She may have chose him to play it safe and then he's just sort of not had many connections in there. So I think it would be, in my opinion, a good decision.
I just think from what we saw the other day of Grace and Ruben where she was like, can I just have my cereal? I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
why didn't she just bring it with her?
That's
because she didn't want to speak to
She didn't want to speak to him.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just a bit like, oh, you know.
Or
like,
maybe like morning. I'm a bit angry in the morning.
I don't know. If you really like someone, you would want to spend all the time with them. So if they call you for a chat when you have cereal, that would be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I mean about Grace sometimes. She does things like that and I'm like, you're clearly not into him.
And what about you, Anna? Do you have any predictions about who might go?
I think it's going to be Connor and Lolly. 100%.
Collie.
Collie.
That's a nice ship name.
Colin.
I've never actually realised that it's actually collie and then the word flower.
I had one of those moments the other day where I realised that Brussels sprout is basically a baby cabbage.
Brussels. Oh, wow.
Have you ever peeled a Brussels sprout back? It's the same as, it's just a baby cabbage.
It
is.
And on that bombshell, that is the show over, sadly. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll do a group hug afterwards.
We will.
But thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And Anastasia, you're here all week.
Yep,
so
I'm
we'll
here all
see
week.
you tomorrow.
And with that being said, guys, please leave any ideas, questions, or opinions in the comments, and we read every single one. So please leave us 5 stars, and we will give you a 5-star show.
Yeah, we will.
See you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.